In the United States, 55 National Weather Service offices have a 20% vacancy rate, putting a strain on meteorologists in studios like these to do their job properly. The bill requires all drivers to switch lanes when passing stationary authorized vehicles, looking to end work zone related accidents. How often do you look at the weather app before reaching for your keys? I'm Patrick Walsh, and after the break on WVU News, I'll tell you about cuts to an agency that could impact future forecasting. Road work is dangerous work. I'm Patrick Walsh, and coming up next on WVU News, I'll tell you about a bill that looks to improve safety in work zones. In today's government, money is power. I'm Patrick Walsh, and coming up on WVU News, I'll tell you about the people protesting against the wealthy in government. While the energy industry expands, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration expects budget cuts of more than $1.5 billion amid President Trump's efforts to shrink federal spending. Construction workers face some of the most dangerous working conditions in the country, including working on highways with cars blazing past them. The West Virginia legislature is trying to help.
You know, we've had so much road work, so much good work has been done improving our highways, but it has put people's safety at risk.
West Virginia's Move Over law was passed in 2003 to improve safety for emergency vehicles. However, this law did not include construction vehicles. House Bill 2344 could change that. The bill requires all drivers to switch lanes when passing stationary authorized vehicles, looking to end work zone related accidents. 4 workers in West Virginia were struck in a work zone last year. An accident in Jefferson County killed 1 person. And industry officials say this bill will bring more safety to workers.
And I think it'll also act as a deterrent for drivers so that when they see an orange flashing light, it'll be an instinctive that they should get over in the left lane and give that man or woman that's there doing their job room to do their job safely.
If the bill passes, anyone who fails to move over is guilty of a misdemeanor. More severe accidents could be subject to a $500 fine, a suspension of their license, or even jail time. In mid-April, hail pounded southern West Virginia. Tays Valley resident Aaron Kidd was out to dinner when the storm hit.
So as I'm sitting there, the roof, it sounded like somebody was throwing rocks on the roof. And I thought, oh my gosh, is that hail?
Kidd says he heard storms were coming, but knows he can rely on alerts from the National Weather Service for information about severe storms. The local meteorologists say the future of those warnings is uncertain. In March, President Trump's administration cut more than 1,000 jobs with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the parent of the National Weather Service, and implemented hiring freezes. In the United States, 55 National Weather Service offices have a 20% vacancy rate, putting a strain on meteorologists in studios like these to do their job properly. WBOY Chief Meteorologist Justin Kiefer says he relies on the NWS to do his job, warning the community about what's coming their way.
I relied on the Weather Service for the critical information in regard to severe weather, and then I took that and ran with it with what I knew and then could use that in a broadcast.
The layoffs have forced some NWS meteorologists to work 12-hour shifts. WRIC Chief Meteorologist Matt DiNardo in Richmond, Virginia, has been in the industry for 30 years and says that can be dangerous for the public.
And when you start working on 9th hour, 10th hour, 11th hour of staring at radar time and time again, you know, some things might slip. You might get slower. You're tired. Your eyes aren't focusing as well.
More than 500 Americans each year are killed in severe weather events. And DiNardo says they hope reductions at the National Weather Service don't lead to more. Since 2020, 15 people have died in work zone related crashes in West Virginia. Another 500 were injured. The West Virginia House of Delegates is considering a bill that would improve safety conditions for construction workers on our roadways in an effort to make sure these accidents don't happen in the future.